It's 11:50 now. Our time machine is rested here. Here he is, Woodsy Bill himself. Why don't you fill us in a little?
I'll do better than that.
Okay.
I'll introduce you to the woman.
Okay. All right.
This was the birthing hat.
Uh-huh.
Donated by Stephanie Van Horn. Here
Now, are you waking her?
is... Oh, no, she doesn't wake up. Trouble-free.
Okay, now we're talking less than a week ago. She was born, correct?
6 days ago to this very, 11:24 in the morning on a beautiful Sunday.
Focus on
Rachel Ann.
She might as well get used
Get
to seeing
used
the
to this.
camera.
Get used to this, Rachel.
Right. Now, how much did she weigh?
6 pounds, 1 1/2 ounces.
That's pretty light. And did you find it traumatic? Were you in the room when the thing come out?
The coach.
Huh?
The nurse and I did a wonderful job.
Did you say you did have that helmet on at that time?
This is the birthing helmet.
So you were in the room when the whole thing took place?
Yes, I was the head coach.
And to come right out and...
The nurse and the doc rolled in just in time to catch.
And how was Kathy's performance?
I think you should interview the proud mother right now.
Well, that's what we're going to do. We'd like to get your reaction, too,
My reaction
as to her
is-
performance.
Oh, she was wonderful. She was a star. Hard to believe.
Kathy, now take a look at her, folks. I mean, this is unbelievable.
They're going to throw away all the old birthing films, and they've created a new film.
There it is. There is the model case, in other words. Was it easy? Was it hard? What was it like, your first one?
Well, I woke up at 5 o'clock that morning and I thought I had gas, Gary. Then about 8 o'clock, I decided there might be something more to it. So, Billy got the book and sat down and started telling me that it was false labor pains, that it was way too early for me to be in labor.
So your judgment was then a premature worrying about...
Without question.
Okay. Later finding out that was...
However, we continued reading the book.
Uh-huh. And? Kathy?
And he started timing the contractions. And he said, something's wrong here. In the book it says the contractions should be 10 minutes apart. But they're only 2.5 to 3 minutes.
And you're now realizing that it's time to make...
The contractions were longer than 40 seconds, I might add.
Oh my
I
God.
am an EMT, trained in birth.
So you knew then that
I knew that
on second thought and examination...
I knew that things were proceeding rapidly.
Okay. All right. Take over, Kath.
So Billy called the doctor, and he said, get to the hospital right away. So Billy packed the bag with V8 juice, a bunch of bananas, his pajamas, his
The
clothes,
necessities in life.
And one puffalo.
and one puff-up, yes.
Okay. You had that ready to go as well.
Yes.
Knowing
Okay.
all well that this was just false labor and that nothing would ever come of it.
Oh my
Not
God.
out of the way.
We went into the labor room, yes, the birthing room,
Okay.
and we arrived there at 10:30 in the morning.
And normally isn't it like hours? Mothers are in there agonizing for hours.
Well, that's what they tell you.
And yet in your case,
In our case,
That's the one I wore for the picture.
the nurse checked me out and said, well, the head's right there. Any urges, dear? And I said, well, I feel like I'd like to push. And she says, go
God.
right ahead, honey, you're ready. And the baby was born at 11:24.
oh my gosh. So it was like,
Less than
what was
an
the time?
hour.
Oh my God. And pain. So let's talk about pain. Was there any pain, or was it just the magic of the moment overwhelmed the pain?
Well, there was pain, but by the time we got to the hospital, I was in the second stage of labor, which is not as painful as the beginning. And just the whole scene, everything that happened is so overwhelming that when it was all over, you could hardly remember what happened. It happened so fast.
Did you at any time have any pain?
No pain at all.
Hunger pains, that's it.
I did have 2 bananas during the...
She has been sleeping quite well, yes. She went to sleep at midnight last night, and we woke her up at 6 o'clock this morning. We think that she's going to be a laid-back gingerbread house baby.
Goodbye, Gary.
That'll do it, I guess. There you have it. The beautiful new mom and dad with their new baby, Rachel
First
Ann.
time that one of those devices has ever been allowed on the property.
Well, I feel very privileged to be the one that has been allowed to do it. And I thank you very much.
We're privileged to have you here.
Right, there you have it.
When
There
when
it
does
is,
she go
folks.
down next usually, or is it just so? Who know? Oh, beautiful.
This is the most
Beautiful.
awake she's been in quite a while.
Well, she's met Funny Gary, and she hears my voice, and her eyes open right away and look up at me in the camera, because she's going to be beautiful.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this installment at Billy and Kathy's. And let's jump in our time machine again, shall we? And move on to the next stop.